we have studied superposition principle. Now we are moving on to the next topic, gravitational field. Next term related to universal law of gravitation, we have gravitational field. So gravitational field. What do you mean by magnetic field? You must have heard in 10th standard magnetic field. Can you tell me? Let me see. Who can give me that? Okay, Sania, can you just say what do you mean by magnetic field? Magnetic field. Are you saying, Sania? Or do you understand the word magnetic field? Hello? Sania is gone, huh? Okay, Gayatri, can you tell me what do you mean by magnetic field?
The region where the magnetic effect can be felt.
Yes. So region where the magnetic force is felt. Okay. Rijas, can you just tell me what do you mean by electric field? Rijas? Electric field. Magnetic field means where is magnetic effect is felt. That is known as magnetic field. Similarly, can you tell me what do you mean by electrical field?
Where electric force is
Yes, correct. So it is the region or the space where electricity or electric force is felt. So similarly, gravitational field also is the region where gravitational force of attraction felt between the objects. Because according to the Newton's first law of motion, we have already learned, according to Newton's first law, Newton's law of gravitation, we already know that a gravitational force between the object is directly proportional to product of the masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance. So any of this factor, mass and distance, if there is some changes, then there is a change in feeling the gravitational force or attractive force between the objects or between the particles. So there can be a time where we don't feel gravitational force. Okay, so it is possible in a practical world, but provided we have to deny all type of laws, first law, second law, third law. So we cannot deny this law existing. That's why gravitation also existing. So whenever mass is very less, if the mass is very less, then gravitational force between the object also going to be very less. Similarly, if two objects are set apart with a large distance or huge distance, then also what will happen? As the distance increases, there's a chances of gravitational force is decreasing. Okay, that means there is a region is possible where the materials and objects can experience gravitational force, and it is also possible there is a region where there is no gravitational force. That is what we experience when you go to the space without any Artificial mechanism, you cannot go to the space, you cannot walk in the space, you cannot do anything in the space because there is no field, there is no gravitational field. So these are the region where there is no gravitational field. So this is the reason the people, those who go to the moon, you saw the video, they are just floating in the air without walking. And you know, we have a NASA, Universal Space Center, which is moving around the Earth. It's a space center which carry scientists inside, and they are still living in that. And last week there was a day, I think it is on Tuesday something, national, that NASA, okay, children, there's a network issue I am facing. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Last week Tuesday, I saw it to see the Earth. That is the day it came very closer to the Earth. You cannot say exactly ship-like, but you can see can see me now. Can you all see me now?
No,
Hello?
ma'am. No, ma'am.
But you can hear me, correct?
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, because now rush hour, chances of some problem here. Okay. Anyway, we continue. How much I can do, I will do. Okay. So do you remember that, Miss Ajit? Needu Miss? Sani and
Yes, ma'am.
all? Ah, okay. So now she is teaching in Angamali, one of the school, +2 teacher. So her students have taken one video regarding this spaceship, 10th standard students. Okay. So those schools are little more flexible, not like us every time study. So they have given little time for this research work and all. So those students have taken the video of that spaceship when it was coming closer to the earth, and it has put in one of our physics teachers group. So beautifully they have done it. Okay. So these are the some people, some thing that I can tell about this gravitational force. Yeah. Yes, no problem. So it's okay. So that's the thing, something beautiful. If you do some research by your own, it is not on the behalf of the school. You can do by, they did by themselves as a friends group. They have done, and they have taken the video of that spaceship. Just I give you this instance not for anything else. I wanted to make you to understand the effect of gravitational field. Okay, so that space center, inside there are 4 scientists throughout the year. They are working for us for entire universe to understand the study of the universe. So they are the people sending the more information regarding the universe evolving, planets, all that things. Okay, so we are come to that point that so gravitation field can change depending upon the mass and that. Okay. Now, how can you define this gravitational field? So, gravitational field can be defined how much gravitational force is acting per unit mass of an object. For per unit mass of an object, how much gravitational force that that object is experiencing. So that is known as gravitational field. Okay. So you can write now the definition of gravitational field. Gravitational field is the region, gravitational force, sorry, yeah, gravitational field. Gravitational field is the region around 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 a mass around a mass in a space, around a mass in a space, around a mass in a space where its gravitational force, where its gravitational force is felt. So it is the region around a mass in a space. Mass means a unit mass, maybe a unit mass of a particle or a unit mass of an object. So that's the meaning of a mass in a space where its gravitational force is felt. Okay. Then continue with that. Continue with that. The strength, next line. Below that you can write the strength or intensity, the strength and intensity of a gravitational field, intensity of a gravitational field is directly proportional to is the force, directly proportional to the force experienced by the mass, force experienced by the mass and inversely proportional to the distance between any two objects, not the square, only distance between any two objects under attractive force.
Ma'am,
Yes,
inversely proportional to
the distance between any two objects under attractive force. Thus, next line, thus gravitational intensity can be defined as the force experienced by unit mass, defined as the force experienced by the unit mass in a unit mass placed at a particular point, in the field. Okay. So intensity or strength of the gravitational force depends upon the mass as well as how each object is placed at a particular point, at a particular location. Okay. So that is gravitational intensity. So gravitational intensity fully depend upon the amount of gravitation field. So it is just like electric field. Okay. Can you tell me what do you mean by electric potential? Electric potential. Meenakshi, are you there? Can you tell me what do you mean by potential or potential difference in terms of electricity? Do you remember that? What do you mean by the electric field or electric potential? Malavika, can you give me the answer? Anyone? Do you remember what you studied in your 10th standard? Electric potential, potential difference, all that? Hmm? Anyone? Lydia? Alvin, Anna? Do you want me to call every one of you?
Ma'am,
Hmm.
like for 1 coulomb of charge to
1 coulomb of charge to
travel a distance or something like that.
what a charge. Okay, traveled. Okay. Anyone else remember he has given a clue? His answer is not exactly correct. It's a partially correct. Can he Achyut has given you clue? It is connected to a charge. Anyone can remember?
The amount of work done to move a unit charge from one point to another.
Like, yes, exactly correct, Adul. That's it. So electric potential is, it is the amount of work done to bring a unit positive charge at a particular point. Okay. So similarly, gravitation field and gravitational intensity, we call about electric field and electric intensity. Electric intensity, we call it is electricity, actually the amount of current. But the same way, the gravitational also has a potential. Since it has created a gravitational field, it also has a potential, and it also has a potential difference, but not in terms of electricity, but in terms of attraction. So that is the difference between gravitational field, electric field, and magnetic field too. So magnetic field means whenever you bring a magnet in the vicinity of that magnetic field, or you place in that magnetic field, it attract that material, get magnetized. Similarly, if you place any unit mass of an object in that particular gravitational field, how much work is done for experiencing gravitational force by that object? That is what we call gravitational potential in terms of it. So this is because this is fully depend upon the gravitational field and gravitational intensity. So before we go to get an equation for gravitational potential, we can find out an equation for intensity of the field. Okay, the equation to find out the gravitational field intensity. So you already understood what do you mean by gravitational field intensity. So how can you calculate that intensity in a particular mass? Okay, already I have given you the definition. It is the force experienced by unit mass placed at a particular point in the field. So from the word itself, you can get the equation to find out the gravitational field. Therefore, gravitational field intensity is equal to gravitational field intensity equal to one minute, let me take my pen. You can write gravitational field intensity is equal to F divided by small m. F divided by small m. Gravitational field intensity is equal to force per unit mass. That is what I told, can define as force per unit mass. Small m. Capital M usually we use for mass of the earth. So for any other object we use the small m. So intensity is equal to force per m, and the SI unit from the equation itself, you can give me the SI unit. Anyone can tell me SI unit of intensity from the equation? F divided by m. So what is it? What should be its unit?
Newton per
Newton per
Correct. Newton, capital Newton per kg. Yes. Okay. Newton per kg. So force per. So that is the equation to find out gravitational field per intensity. And we can get this same answer in terms of So you can write next line. We have gravitational force F is equal to capital G into m small m divided by capital R square. Capital R square. Then force per unit term is equal to, then force per m equal to, divide this with the m, you know mm get cancelled and you are finally going to get equation gm divided by r square. So force per unit mass or gravitation field intensity also is equal to gm by r square, and this value also equal to acceleration due to gravity. Correct? We have also learned yesterday small g is equal to gm by r square. So that means gravitation field intensity actually equal to the acceleration. With what acceleration? A point charge has been pulled by the earth or pulled between the objects. So that is what. So we are getting a connection between gravitational field intensity and acceleration due to gravity. Clear? So that's about it. So next term, as we discussed, since we have learned there's a connection between the gravitational field intensity and acceleration. That means we are coming to conclusion of next term, gravitational potential. Gravitational potential. So as you have explained to me what do you mean by electric field potential or electric potential. Same way you can define the term gravitational potential. So you can write down it is the work done. It is the work done. It is the work done in bringing a unit mass. So instead of charge we have mass. That is only different. Unit mass from infinity to a particular point in the gravitational field. Whose gravitational field? It may be gravitational field of the earth or any, if you just ignore the earth presence around us. Okay, if you just ignore the earth presence among us, you can just think about another object, maybe a mass or huge mass placed in a space. Okay, and you are bringing another unit mass in finished. So you can just write the expression. We are just, now you have found out a single mass, how much is the gravitational potential. So for generalized equation, we are using the integration here. Okay, so the next one you can write, let capital F, so you are going to get the expression for gravitational potential. Let capital F be the force on unit mass, in a gravitational field, then gravitational potential capital V suffix capital J. I cannot write, you should write capital V and little small as a suffix, you should write capital G. So that is gravitational potential. G should be down, just like how you write F1, F2, F3, like that. Vg is equal to, put the sign of integral down infinity to R, integral infinity to R.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
after integral, where should we write that?
Infinity at the bottom of the integral sign. Okay. And small r. You should write top of the integral. I'm trying to write, but I don't know whether can I draw that. I'm just trying. That's it. So integral, and at the bottom you can write the sign of infinity. Infinity, you know, alpha sign like this. I'm not able to write properly. Okay, R. So infinity down. So infinity, how do you write? 8 horizontal way. I hope you know the max infinity, no? This is 8. You make the 8 to sleep. Then you will get infinity. Max, you know infinity, no? That one. So infinity to R. Then within the integral sign, you can write capital F dot dr, that you know, dr. Okay, F dot dr.
Ma'am, capital
F dot small dr, change in radius, that is dr, because we told you that the distance. Okay, that's equal to Vg, that's equal to Vg. Next line you can write Vg equal to, again you write integral, again you can write integral instead of F, what we can write? F, you can write that F dot dr, we can write it Gm, capital Gm, no derivation such as, you can just write that capital Gm. Let me, I will show you that where it is gone, that slide. You see, G is equal to capital Gm by R squared, you saw. So that equation you write, capital Gm divided by R square. Force is equal to capital Gm by R square dot dr. So instead of F, you will write capital Gm by R square, then dr, then into dr. So integral infinity to R, capital Gm divided by R square into dr. Why? Because gravitation field intensity is force per unit mass. So if you multiply that equation with m, you will get G capital M into m, but here m is for unit mass. So that unit mass m has been interchanged with the number 1. So the same equation, what I show you, acceleration due to gravity law, you see gmm by r square. Here small m indicate what? Small m indicate unit mass. So unit mass, what is the value of unit mass? Number 1 kg. So in your gravitational potential equation, you have only gm by r square into dr. Why? Because this m, small m, turn into 1. So when you multiply gm into 1, you are getting same gm. So that is why our equation integral f dot dr turn into capital gm by r square dot dr. Did you understood that? How we got gm by r square? Any doubt, children? If you don't understand, you tell me, ma'am, how f dot
Ma'am,
dr?
ma'am, first time I understood like integral, all that I understood.
Okay, 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 okay.
Second time,
I coming to that point. You have the force of 1 minute. 1 minute. Just come back to you. See, what is the equation for gravitational force achieved? Gmm by r square. Correct? So integral f dot dr. So instead of f, which equation we will substitute? Gmm by r square. Correct? You got it. Now we are finding the gravitational potential for 1 unit mass. Okay, 1 unit mass means what is the value of mass of that object? 1 kg. So instead of that small m, you put 1. Then what is your equation is going to be?
capital G, capital M by R
Divided by
square.
r square. Now you got it. The second one. So f dot dr.
Ma'am, capital G, capital M divided by R square. So
r
into
square.
dr.
Yes, into dr.
So the R can be cancelled, right? Both are same radius.
No. Dr is the differentiation. Dr, that you can cancel it when after integrating. It will be cancelled. That's sure. So now what is the next step? Everyone, take this gm by r squared outside the integration. You take gm by r squared outside the integration. Then within the integration, which letter remain? Integral infinity to r dr.
Ma'am, simply we can take it outside.
Yes, gm by r squared is a constant. No, you can take it out. Gm by r square is a constant. You can take it out. Now what is remaining there? Only integral infinity to r in dr.
dr.
Now integrate dr. What's the value of dr? R. Correct? Then also, yes, correct. You get R. Now substitute the limits. When you substitute the limits, what is it's going to be? Integral. I can't write it. That's the problem. Okay. Do you have a class now? Because already 12:15. Do you have a class now? No, I don't know, because I wanted to. That's the time now it's given. I just try to write because if I say it won't be proper. That's what. Okay, I'll use the text. 1 minute. I just write it down. I show you first. Okay. So after integrating, what do you do? So we can take it G capital M divided by small r square. Okay, r square, that is out, and in bracket we are going to put the limit. When you put the limit, it is going to be, I cannot write infinity, I am writing in word, infinity minus r, because we are putting the limits. Correct? Upper limit is r, lower limit is a to b. Lower limit is infinity and upper limit is r. Okay. So when you Yes.
Like the gm by r square, the r should be capital, right?
No, today here we only use small r. Okay, small r you use because we are talking about the mass of an object, no? That is why. Okay. So if you take it infinity, if you putting the limits, what you get? Infinity turn into 0. Okay. And you are only remain with the minus r. Then this r and in down denominator r square, that will get cancelled. Okay. Did you get the point? You will get it only minus r after applying the limits. Then that r and the denominator r square, 1r get cancelled. And finally, gravitational potential equation, it is going to be negative because it is only showing the direction of the movement of the objects. Okay. So that is the reason. So you can write it down. Vg is equal to minus capital Gm by small r. Finally, you are getting gravitational potential equation minus Gm by capital R. Got it?
Ma'am,
Okay.
ma'am,
Mm.
how like integral dr, how it becomes negative, negative r?
Uh, there's a limits now. Achut, limit infinity to R. Correct? Limit infinity to R. So we are substituting the limit. So when you substitute the limit, infinity minus r, infinity turns to 0. We assume the infinity turns to 0 and it is only remaining with the minus r. Integration I taught you, integral a to b means applying the limits a minus b. We have done in work done and other things. Some in work energy, some chapter we are applied this integration after applying the limits. So that is how you are getting the negative. And negative sign indicates that when distance increases, gravitational potential decreases. That is why the negative is come. So minus Gm by R. What is the meaning of this minus? After mathematical calculation, you are getting minus. But what is the meaning of minus? Here minus sign only indicate that